Hey guys, this is Jeff the Zombie from Join Ops Monthly, the unofficial Call of Duty Universe podcast, here with another commentary. This time I'm playing Capture the Flag on Underground. Now, Capture the Flag is one of my favorite game types, but I find it really hard to play with friends because most of my friends don't really like CTF. So I often find myself playing alone. Now here I'm running with my standard CTF class. That's extreme conditioning, overkill, steady aim, and kick on my primary weapon, which at this moment is the M4A1, and I've got a P90 as a secondary. I basically run with overkill so that I have the best of both worlds. I can rush if I need to with the P90, which is pretty useful when you're pulling a flag, and I also can defend across long sight lines with the M4A1, which again is quite useful. Now here you'll see that I'm defending the flag, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time this round on defense. In fact, both sides of the game, I'm gonna spend a lot of my time on defending. So it's not going to be a really exciting gameplay video to watch. I mean, I believe one flag pull in this game, um, but most of the time here I'll be talking about defense. Now, defense is critical to CTF. And when you're playing with an organized team, it's really easy to just assign your teammates roles and have, half your team be on D and half your team be on offense. But when you're playing with a public team and you're not really communicating, you kind of have to figure out what role you should play yourself. And defense is often the most obvious role to play, unless your team is not making any real move towards the enemy flag, in which case you'll probably have to run offense. But at this stage in the game, I'm running defense, and as you can see, I've got the two main entry points here covered pretty well in my current position. I can cover the west side and the east side of the map pretty easily. Now, you'll notice I push up a lot when I get the sense, either from my mini map or from sound, that there's an enemy nearby. And you see I got that guy as he was coming down the lower stairs. I just tossed up a UAV. Just like with domination, knowing where your opponents are is really important. And the great thing about Modern Warfare 3 is that if you've got a lot of guys running the support strike package, you're going to have UAVs and even advanced UAVs up throughout the whole match, and that's great because it lets you know where the other team is. Even if some of the team are running, I forget the name of the class off the top of my head. It's not Ghost. Whatever Ghost is called in Modern Warfare 3, you still get a sense for where everybody is because they tend to spawn in the same place. So if you see a cluster of guys, you know generally where they're at. And you'll see also I do kill a few guys who don't appear on the UAV throughout this match. So I've pushed up here mostly because hanging back was not that effective for me. A lot of the enemy team are on defense, so I've pushed up closer to their flag to try to get the few guys who are actually running for our flag, and I just got killed. And that's one of the few times I'm actually going to die this round. I do really, really well in this match. I've respawned again up here in this sort of upper level, and I'm moving up with the P90 to the doorway. I'm not going to rush in and try to pull the flag just yet. I've noticed my team has capped one flag, which I feel pretty good about, but I'm interested in capping another. But notice the first thing I do is I kind of like walk around the periphery of their base, and I look for them on the map. Now there's one of my teammates, he's running in, and I notice on the mini map over in that corner there's another guy. I see him and I take him out. Then I pull the flag. Now we've completely wiped out their base, and because we are occupying their base, they're not going to spawn there. They're going to spawn in another part of the map, which is good for me on a flag run. So I felt pretty confident. I don't like to pull the flag unless I feel like I can bring it home, or at least that there's a good chance I can bring it home. And in this case, there is a very good chance, and I'm pulling it in right now. But I tend to play pretty cautiously and capture the flag. I don't like to be up and running around too much and being crazy. I move slowly, methodically, and ooh, I got a very good kill there. Now notice, oh, host migration. The other team is pretty someone on the other team is convinced that they're going to lose the match, so they ran away and hid, took their toys and went home. Notice I don't throw up the advanced UAV just yet. This is because this round is almost over, and it would be a complete waste to run the advanced UAV at this point. I'm saving it for the start of the second round. So our team has won the first side of the game, and now we're switching sides. I'm not sure whose team this guy is on, who got the last kill. Notice a little lag there. The character model disappears. So switching sides now, and again, as before, I go on defense by default. A lot of people don't know about this tunnel here. This tunnel is a really useful way to get across the map. It's sort of the entrance to the tube station that we're fighting over on this map. And I'm waiting here to see if any of the bad guys come through to try to pull the flag this way. They don't, but as you're going to see, they do make a lot of efforts to grab the flag through this tunnel. It is a pretty great way to get to the flag, but the problem is you don't really have a sense of the flag base. If you pull through, you really are just, if you run through that tunnel, you're basically leaving yourself completely open and unprotected. This path, the one that I'm running towards now, is probably the best path to get to. Now that guy ran past me, didn't see me. I got an easy kill out of him. And I'm waiting to see if anybody's coming along with him. This does seem to be a match full of public players, so there's not a lot of coordination here. There's not people making rushes towards the flag together as a team. Notice I patrol the area. I check these two entry points here, and I only stay here for a little bit of time. As with team deathmatch or hardcore team deathmatch or any game mode, if you stay in one place for too long, you're going to get killed at some point. Someone will see your ass and they'll shoot you right in the ass, and you don't want that to happen. So I'm pulling back, I'm running back over to the main part of the flag base, I'm checking the tunnel, and lo and behold, there's a dude coming through the tunnel, and I have a stealth bomber. Now, what's great about this is, since I know they're mostly playing D right now, if I throw that stealth bomber over their base, I'm about to get a ton of kills, and as you see, I am quite successful. Ah, yes. Triple kill. They all came immediately. That was awesome. In fact, one of my teammates commented about it when the stealth bomber went down. Now, when I'm playing this side, I actually am not going to pull the flag because we won the first round. I don't feel a lot of need to risk myself and go in for a flag pull on my own. Defense seems to be a pretty safe place for me, and I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. The other team is not what I would call exceptionally skilled, whether they're not great CTF players or great, gun players or whatever. I'm just finding that the other team is just not very impressive. Not that I'm like the greatest player in the world, as you've seen in some of my other videos. I'm pretty average, but I feel pretty confident in my ability to defend the flag point. In fact, I think that had I been here by myself, I probably could have just defended the flag on my own and let my team pull the flag themselves, and I've been pretty confident. And there we go, another lucky kill. Like, I don't know what happens. I just keep running down into the entranceway to the tube station and finding guys and killing them and surprising them. I guess it's just proof that that's not the best way to run the flag. I mean, it gets you right on top of the flag, but it's so easy to defend that position. All right, so I see somebody on my mini map. They're around the side of the bus. There he is, and I got him. If you'll notice, in all my videos, I spend a lot of my time looking at the mini map and seeing where the other team is. I'm about to go down here. Yeah, there's a guy who's waiting for me. He's gone prone. And that was a pretty good position, and he was kind of getting a feel for my pattern as a defender and knew that I would come down there eventually, or one of my teammates would. Now, one of my teammates has pulled the flag, and so I'm running alongside him to run interference to make sure that there are no bad guys coming from the other direction, and I get one, and you're going to see I'm going to get a second kill here too with the grenade. Well, I got a hit marker with the grenade. I actually finished him off with the gun, and there I got a third kill, and I ranked up my weapon too. I've been really enjoying the M4A1. I didn't play much with it in Modern Warfare 2. I think because I used it so much in COD 4, but it's a really great all-purpose weapon. I know a lot of people swear by the ACR, but I'm really enjoying the M4A1, particularly with the red dot, but also with iron sights as well. It's still a pretty effective gun. What I like about it is it's got good mid-range and distance shooting, and it's got low recoil, which makes it pretty effective in close quarters. It's also lightweight, so I can also turn faster with it than I can with other assault rifles. So, I mean, it's pretty clear why the U.S. Army uses it. Yeah, as if I'm an expert on that. And there's a guy trying to sneak around. Note I drop shot at him, and I'm going to do another drop shot here in a second as well. The round's almost over. We've got 2 pulls on the flag, and we're about to coast to victory here in a pretty solid round, or pretty solid match if I do say so myself. It's the final kill near the enemy flag. So my next CTF video you'll see is I have a rougher time, but I still do pretty well. But in this case, 26-5 is a great record. I'll take that as my KD. Listen to our podcast, joinouspodcast.com.